Up, 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 up. Lady, look at your belly. Oh, you're starting to fill out, puppy. Little note, with the apple yards, the girls take longer to mature than the other ducklings. She still hasn't started laying yet. Neither has Dusty, the daughter of Bella who passed last year. And she's cross, but still. Hello, little Raven. Oh, you're such a handsome boy. Lucia started laying 3 days ago. Quite small eggs, but part of the reason why she was driving us bonkers and being vocal is because her hormones were shifting and she's now starting to settle down. Oh. Oof. Lady. Oh, Papa. Where's Flinty Bum? He's on his little nest. Over there in the corner, with Freya above him. Flint! Such a pleasant day today. But the clouds are already descending. Oh, it's horrible when you have a beautiful day and then you see lines in the sky and then boom. Oops, hang on. And then all this crap in the sky. I've even had my birds freak out about what they're spraying in the sky. And like, you know. So anyway, what are we doing? A little bit of an update in the garden. Oh yeah, today's my birthday. So funny. I don't really celebrate my birthday, but I don't know. It's a milestone, I guess. So, what have we got in here? What have we... So I've started cleaning up my potting greenhouse. I've just got to move these things around. And got a cutting of my birch tree here. I'm really wanting to propagate. Mind you, I should have taken some of the leaves off. That's the thing about cutting from my batteries going flat. I'll do a post later, probably tomorrow, on what I'm potting this autumn, even though I'm a little bit behind, like 4 weeks or so. And then also some of the move arounds I've done on my trees. But yeah, I'm definitely going to pull off. So you pretty much only need 10 to 20% of the leafage on the sticks or the branches that you propagate. Otherwise they just die off and it just attacks what you want to happen, which is rootage on the sticks or the stalks or the stems. I am actually going to spray paint these shelves. They did have a chrome finish. Over time they've aged, so I want to give a good gloss coat over the top. I might even just paint them white. I don't know. We'll see. Black is probably ideal. Won't show up any stain, but I want a gloss, and I've got a nice heavy thick white acrylic, so I don't know. We'll see how we go. But I've got some beets, 2 different cultivars. I've also got some kale, red Russian and Siberian, and then also cabbage Copenhagen. And I need to water them today. I haven't watered them yet. I've got my water can outside. I'll go and grab it. Now I want to pot some more. And I've got some Brussels sprouts, a couple of spinaches. I've got English Madeira, and also Bloomsdale. And I've also got some Bulgarian giant leek. So I want to, and some chives. So I want to pot those, and then tomorrow I've got some more as well. So yeah, I'll do a recording tomorrow on the seedlings I've planted this autumn, winter, for where we are in the southern hemisphere. And yeah, we'll go through a bit of a walk and see what I've moved around the garden. And then also, just a quick note, I really wanted to do the recording about this. I need to secure up my outhouse shed. This is where I put my straw. And as you can see, this is how it was when I moved in. I've got some pallet boards. I want to recycle the wood on the pallets to finally secure this. Most important thing when it comes to being prepared and things like that, not so much as the stuff you accumulate or you get. Of course, that's one thing. But there's kind of no point if you don't have your storage sorted out, if you don't have things orderly, organised, and secure from pests, be it rodents or trespassing animals or people, the long pig. There's kind of no point. And one of the problems people get into is the money trap. They keep more money. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. If you are not day in and day out doing this sort of stuff, then there's no amount of money that's going to help you be prepared for anything. Simple. One of the things about having less money, being poor, I am poor, financially poor, is that you value the very little that you do have and you really make it stretch. And in that, you also develop a true value of time. Something that people that just keep grinding wheels, more money, you lose. And come along inflation and hyperinflation, and you know what you buy one year you can't get it next year, and people are just spinning, mentally, spiritually, just spinning. And I really hope that more people will just stop and think, hang on, what am I doing? Do I really need this much money? And like, what is absolute bare minimum bones? And then what can you make and do out of those bare minimum bones and really make it work? You'll find you may not have fancy this and that, and you may not be going out and eating out and things like that, but I think at the end of the day, regardless of what you face in life, you will be much more happier because you're living more naturally. I don't think we are meant to be chasing invisible figures on a screen somewhere, because let's face it, there's no such thing as cash really these days. It's all, you know, pushed out of existence of all the nonsense that's being manipulated over time. But have less and really make it work. Having an existence where you're just focusing on just work and money, it's not, again, scale it back, absolute minimum, what do you need? Even challenge yourself, set a ridiculously low income for yourself, and then challenge yourself like for a good year and see what you can do with that. Basically, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people chasing, not enough people creating, and we can blame infrastructure and government and everything as much as we want, but if we're not creating our own food, if we don't have critters that help us in that life cycle, if we're not growing, if we're not doing any of this, then we are to blame for what's happening.